Hello, my name is Eleni, and today I'll be showing you how to make cheese triangles. They're called Tyropitakia in Greek. They're Greek appetizers, and they're very easy to make and very, very yummy. So, why don't we just get started? They're very easy to make. What you do is you need 4 ingredients. You need feta cheese, phyllo dough, cream, and eggs. So basically what you do is you take 2 eggs, and I'm going to crack open the eggs. Throw them here. There we go. And then you take a 1/4 cup cream, throw it in the eggs, and then you stir the eggs and the milk together. Make sure that they're nice and blended, so it'll be somewhat of a thick consistency. Then what we do is you take about a pound of feta, and I like to get feta ready and then crumble it myself. You can get crumbled to make it easier for yourself, whatever's easier. Throw all the feta in. It may seem like a lot, but it's not, because this is going to be a filling, and the phyllo dough is going to encase it. So what you want to do is make sure that the consistency is very thick and that the feta has been covered. And feta tends to be very, very salty, so I tend not to add salt to this. Some people might like to, but instead you can add a little bit of pepper. Some people like to add nutmeg. You can kind of experiment with things that you like. Mix it up. And there we have it. Your filling is all ready. A lot of people are afraid of phyllo dough, but there's nothing to be afraid of. It's actually very easy with just a couple of simple steps. So you take the phyllo dough as it comes out of the box, you roll it out. Just be careful not to tear it because it's very kind of delicate. And then what we're going to do is, for the tyropitakia, we're going to try and divide the dough up into 4. So what I like to do is, I like to use my little pizza cutter. It makes things easier. Not exactly what my mother would use, but it makes things work. So what I like to do is just score it. And then if you just have kitchen shears, it seems to work out pretty nicely. And just cut through. I've done this with a knife before, and it comes out a little messier. It just seems a little bit easier if you have the kitchen shears. So then you just take your strips, move them over, and we'll just cut 2 strips for now. You get the idea. And that's it. So since we're not going to use all of the phyllo dough right away, what you want to do is you want to make sure that it stays moist, because it can dry out very, very quickly. So what I like to do is just take a little bit of waxing paper. Just throw this piece away. And just cover it up, and then take a damp towel and just cover it. That way you don't get the phyllo dough soaked, and you can also keep it a little bit damp. What we've also done is melt 2 sticks of butter, and you need your brush, and so this is where it all happens. So just take a piece, take a little bit of butter, and the butter becomes sort of the glue between the phyllo dough. Now some people like to make them with 1 layer and then start putting in the filling. I like to use 2 layers because it keeps it very nice and structured. It doesn't fall apart. It seems to work best, and it looks nicer. So then you take your filling, and I think I have a spoon here. You take about a spoonful, a teaspoonful of your filling, you put it in the corner, and then what you do is you fold over from point to point to point. And that's about it. There's another little thing to add at the top. What you do is you can take another egg, but this time we only want the egg yolk. So let's see if we can get this down. You want to mix the egg a little bit. And what you do is you just brush on a little bit of the egg on top. And what this does is it gives it nice color when it bakes. And then just add some sesame seeds on top. And that's it. Pretty easy. And what we'll do is we'll finish making these, and then we'll pop them in the oven, 400-degree preheated oven, for about 15-20 minutes. And you just want to keep checking them because ovens are different. As long as they're golden brown, they're ready.